Welcome to part 2 of our HTML course. You're with Craig.
And Josh.
So Josh, what's the plan for this part of the course? What we're going to be looking at?
Okay, so in this one we're going to be looking at how to make a sentence, a paragraph, and basically how we can make it nice and neat and whatever. We'll take some quotes now and we're just going to see how it's going to look with some more
layout.
tags. Yeah, we're going to explore some more tags and we're going to see.
Right, so we saw earlier that you can't just lump stuff in and hope that it's all going to work out. You have to really use the HTML tags if you want things to happen. So we're going to be working in our little scratchpad, whatever you've called it. We just called it our website. And I think the idea is we've got some cool quotes about education. We'd like to create a little web page that has quotes about how cool education is. So how do we start? You remember, we're in Sublime Text. What do we do to start? We hit the H, because this is an HTML page, and you don't hit.
You don't hit H. Okay, so you got to type in the full word.
Well, I was just enthusiastic.
HTML. Okay, and then you hit tab, and then...
There we have it, okay. So you can't be totally lazy and just hit HTML, and you've got all the basics, and you're ready to rock. So what happens under title?
Okay, so a title, as we know...
So what are we doing? What's this website going to be?
This is going to be quotes of education.
Education quotes. Seems like a reasonable thing. Okay, so now we're going to wander our way down into the body. Right, so we want to put some quotes in here. We've got some. Can you believe it? We've got them just waiting for us. Here, there, we've got 3 really cool quotes. Here's a nice one by our friend Albert. So we're going to use that one. Now, if we just pop it in like that, that is not going to be good. You know that's not going to work out well. In fact, we can save it. At the moment, it'll look like it's okay, but there is no formatting. When we try and stick another one in, it's going to turn out to be bad.
So now if we try to stick another one in, you'll see here. Yeah,
and that's not going to work out. So, okay, let's grab our second cool quote. This one by our friend Nelson.
So looks like we've put the little spaces.
Yeah, because we want one on each line. I mean, it is important to try and keep things vaguely neat here because it just shows you what's going on. You'll notice I've actually tabbed in, so I can see what's between my opening body tag and the closing. So you think, well, that's going to be cool. Save it, run across, hit it, and no, bad, ugly. It's all in one line. Why? Because Chrome browser is interpreting the HTML. As far as the HTML says, this is all just one long sentence. So we've got to use our tags. And what are we doing here? These are paragraphs.
Yeah, these are paragraphs. Okay, so we've got this special tag called the P tag, which is paragraph. Now,
so you hit P, and then we got a
tab. Yeah. So now with the paragraph, basically everything that's inside this, like all of the words and stuff, they will stay together in a sentence. So nothing can go in between, like random words that are in our code can't randomly appear in between. So everything that's in the paragraph stays together very neatly.
Okay, so we're gonna move that closing paragraph tag to be on the other side of our Albert Einstein quote, and that's all going to be as one. So we'd then want to do that again because we've got a second quote there. So P, and we hit tab, and we take the closing tag, which is /P for paragraph, paste it on the end. So now we've got 2 of them. Refresh. If we now refresh, there we go. That looks much nicer. I think we had a third one. We might as well stick the third one in and see where about it because there's another really cool quote. Here is one from Benny. Benny Frank. He has got a really nice quote, which I particularly enjoy because it's all about tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. That's what we're trying to do on this course. We want to involve you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit P, tab, and I'm going to paste. And there it is in between. So we've now got 3 cool quotes. And if we do a refresh, there we go then. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned at school, said the famous Albert Einstein. And I'll hand over to Joshua, who's now going to say the second quote in the voice of Nelson Mandela.
Okay, I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do
it? You probably better interpret it.
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I don't think that was a very good imitation.
No.
What up, Benjamin? Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. How did I do?
And I don't think they're very good.
I think Albert would have been a bit more German. Education is what remains after what one has forgotten, what one has learned in your school, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, so we're not doing a voice actor thing here.
We just want to see with the quotes. Okay, so
they worked out well.
It looks very neat over there. And if you have explored more of the tags, you'll know there is this BR tag.
Yeah, because what would be cool, Josh, I think, because at the moment, if you just go back here, like Benji's one here, tell me and I forget, and teach me and I remember, they all would be cool if those were all on separate lines, maybe.
Yeah,
so I think the BR is going to be the one. So
this one at the end, you can see there's quite a few.
So couldn't we just?
Space.
I tell you what about just make it? Why don't we just do that? And we just hit enter between them, like that, and that's quite cool. And then we just stick that on there, and it looks just like that. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's cool, like that. Okay, so I've saved it. We go across, and nothing's happening. Why?
Okay, so with if we want to put them on different lines, we've got this special tag called BR. So
which stands for break. It's a line break.
So now we've got a little BR tag there. We'll put another one there.
So at the end of these lines, we want it to be a break. Every time you put a BR. So what I do suggest is show it how you'd like it to look. So I made it look that each one was on its own line, but you've got to use the BR. And there we have it. Now you've got a line break. Tell me and I forget, BR, break. Teach me and I remember, BR, and involve me and I learn, BR. And so it is now being formatted like we want it. So it's a simple. It is about using the tags. We've looked at 2 tags here.
Yeah, so we've got the BR, the P, and obviously we've got our skeleton.
Yeah, so here we've got it all sitting in the skeleton. We've now managed to create a nice little thing of quotes.
So even without the spaces, we can obviously put these BRs on these other ones. Just because if you had to see a quote, you don't normally see it on one line. You'd see it like this. So
yeah, especially
if you want to make your little quotes look nicer, you can, break it.
And also what notice we've actually used, although this is a paragraph, as Joshua said earlier, there's the opening part of the paragraph and the closing part. You can have BRs, break tags, in between. So that will apply to that paragraph. So here we've got it, one paragraph. If you want to really make it clear, you can do that. But again, this will do nothing to the formatting. It just might help your readability of your code. It's important to try and keep your code readable. Use indents. If you're going to have a paragraph, put it so it's easy to see. Make it so it's readable to you. It won't impact, as you know, it won't impact the final part, but at least you can see what's going on.
Yeah, so exactly. Like, if we had to go like, most powerful weapon, and we had to put a BR randomly, BR, and we do that. See, we don't really know how this is going to turn out. We put another BR here. And now, when we save this, we don't really know what's going to turn out, so we'd have to refresh this. See, now we can only see the end. So rather than doing that, as you do your little spaces, you go here. Now we can see right here how our sentence is going to look. So it's going to be something like that. Obviously, they're all going to be hooked to the edge.
Yeah, I mean,
it just makes, like, now when I'm looking for my code, I'll be like, okay, this is where I put my BR, that's where I put my BR.
Yeah, so it is a good idea. So what we're saying is the tag that you're using here is going to impact how it finally appears, but try and lay it out how you want it to appear, and then you can see you've got where your tags are. So we can see our paragraph tags, we can see our 2 break tags. As you'll see, it doesn't really matter whether you put the break tag at the end or the beginning. It's just a tag. When it hits it, it's going to do a break there. So it's not too important. You'll see in that first one, we've got the break tags looking like that at the start of the line. Makes no difference. Just means before the word which and Nelson, there's going to be a break, and that's going to be on the next line. So there's some just basics around setting up a little site. So we've now set up our fun little website with some quotes in it. Too easy. Do you think they would be able to figure out how to put a heading in there?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? I reckon you could. I reckon you guys, what about a heading? We just want a heading at the top here that says amazing education quotes. How are we going to do that? Come on, give it some thought. You give it some thought. We're not going to tell you. If you can't remember, go back to that previous section. We want to put a heading in here. How would you do it? Right, go for it. Have some fun.